Hey, Josh Beatley here. In this video, we're going over the intro to Sweet Child of Mine. This is also just a video camera test, so if the audio and video are a little funky, hey, that's what you get. So, if we take a look at this first section, the beautiful part about the Sweet Child of Mine intro is that there is so much repetition. So, if you look at this first measure right here, these last four numbers, 15, 14, 15, 14, take a quick look at that. They happen here, and here, and here, and here, and every single measure for the entire intro of the song. So this part right here, these four notes, are the same every single time. The only thing that changes as we go along is this very first note. So pay attention to this very first note. So 12 here, it's a 12 here, but now it's a 14, and now it's a 14. Now it's a 12 on the third string, now it's a 12 on the third string. What does this mean to you? What it means is that if you memorize this first section and you get this down, in order to learn the next sections of the song, the only thing you need to learn to change is the very first note, because that's the only thing that changes from part to part. Now, when you're learning this, especially if you're in the beginner stages of learning, this is a tricky riff because it changes strings so many times with both hands. So, a quick tip that makes learning a lot easier when it comes to guitar is maybe just practice teaching your left hand which fingers to use and which strings to go to at first. So you've got your index finger on the 12th fret on string 4, then your pinky goes to the 15th fret on string 2, your ring finger goes to the 14th fret on string 3, then your index finger goes to the 12th fret on string 3. So just practice that 4-finger move. Get the right fingers and the right strings, you can do that several times in a row. Then I suggest adding in the picking hand. For the next four notes, which is going to be from here to here, it's going to be pinky, ring finger, pinky, ring finger. So again, you might want to work on this with just the left hand too. Pinky, ring finger. Oop, trying to get my middle finger out of the way. Then pinky, and then back to the ring finger. Now you won't move your hand that much if you watch right here. I'm trying to get a good angle on the camera so you can see it. Okay, so again, I really recommend you just work on 4 notes at a time, just the left hand first, then adding in the right hand, because if you try and learn both at the same time, you're trying to learn and absorb a lot of new material. So let's say that you've got that first bar down, the first 8 notes. You do it again. Now we're into the second section. The only thing that changes is the very first note. So now your first finger is going to play the 14th fret on string 4 instead of the 12th fret. Now, if you have to adjust some fingers for that part, it gets kind of cramped if you... So for the next sections, I usually use my first, second, and third fingers. Okay, and then the last section is the same thing again, but now you're playing the 12th fret on string 3. And there you go. Now, if you're really slick, you might notice this does sound a little bit different than the original song. That's because the original song is tuned down a half step. So you have two options. Tune your guitar down a half step or play a fret lower. And that would sound like the song. But just so you know, this is how the song's played on the strings in standard tuning when it's a half step down. You got it.